Good evening, Maithili. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ற லெசன் வந்து சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் கால்குலேட்டிவ் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் our second lesson. Did you get time to do solid state? Solid stateல questions ஏதாவது பார்த்திருக்கியா? சால்வ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? Maithili, did you solve any questions on solid state? Fine, we'll just start with solutions and colligative properties. இதுல நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா what is exactly a solution, understanding about solutions and concentration terms. Basic concentration terms வந்து நம்ம எதுல படிச்சோம்? Some basic concepts of chemistry ல. The first chapter of your first year ல இருக்கு concentration terms. என்ன concentration terms இருக்காங்க? Weight percent, weight by volume percent, molality, normality. The second part of the chapter la வந்து colligative properties la வந்து நம்ம molarity ரொம்ப யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். And then இங்க யூஸ் பண்றதெல்லாம் mole fraction, Henry's law ல வந்து liquid solutions la வந்து mole fraction யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். So it's an interrelated topic. இது வந்து நம்ம whatever we have studied in the previous first year chapter, we are going to interrelate those simple basic concentration terms over here. So first solution என்ன? What is solution? ஒரு simple example பார்த்தா salt, if you dissolve it in water, salt water, illa you can take sugar water, sugar plus water, or let me take a very basic example as alloy. Alloy, what is alloy? A mixture of two or more metals. Alloy basic example pona gold. Whatever gold number vechikra ella ornaments vandu gold konjam copper mix பண்ணுவாங்க. But we cannot differentiate which part of it is gold and which part of is copper. என்ன mixture ஆகும்? எல்லா சொல்யூஷன்ஸ்ல வந்து it is a homogeneous mixture. So இங்க நான் எடுத்தது gold and copper வந்து solid and solid. Air நம்ம air பார்த்தா whether you are taking up whatever weight we have in the atmosphere, oxygen இருக்கும், nitrogen இருக்கும், கொஞ்சம் water vapor இருக்கும், carbon dioxide. So that will be a solution of gas in gas. நான் இங்க எடுத்தது என்ன? salt water and sugar water வந்து salt and sugar வந்து solid, water வந்து liquid. What are these solutions? Solid and liquid. So what is solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components. நம்ம கொஞ்சமா எடுக்கிற component வந்து என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? solute. ஜாஸ்தியா எடுத்த component வந்து solvent ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். நம்ம mixtures வந்து homogeneous இருக்கும். Mixtures and pure substance. Pure substance என்ன? ஏதாவது ஒரே substance மட்டும்தான் இருக்கும். Mixture என்ன? two or more components இருக்கும். Homogeneous mixtures என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? நம்ம solutions. Heterogeneous mixturesல நமக்கு ரெண்டு types இருக்கும். ஒன்னு வந்து colloids. We will see this. இது வந்து நம்ம surface chemistry chapterல பார்க்க போறோம். And the other வந்து suspensions. Suspension simple exam எடுத்தா நான் what should I say, sand in water எடுக்கலாம். Sand in water வந்து suspension இருக்கும். Colloids வந்து simple example. We will also see it in the further chapters. Good evening Aditi. Colloids example வந்து நம்ம milk எடுக்கலாம். So in the lesson la நம்ம பார்க்க போறது pure all different types of solutions. It's okay, ma. It's okay. I just started. So classification of matter. Matter enna solluvaanga? Anything which has mass and occupies space. எது பென் எடுக்கலாம், டேபிள் எடுக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா ஏர் எல்லாமே they occupy space, மாஸும் இருக்கும். So based on simple physical state, we can classify as solid, liquid and gas. இது நம்ம solid stateல பார்த்திருக்கோம். இது ரெண்டும் நம்ம gaseous stateல இருக்கும். or let me say states of matterல படிச்சிருக்கோம் first yearல. இது வந்து second year. Chemical classification வந்து pure substance இருக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா mixture இருக்கலாம். Pure substance என்ன இருக்கலாம்? If you take any element, silver, gold, oxygen, ஏதாவது a complete substance will be made up of only one kind of atoms. Metals எடுக்கலாம், non-metals எடுக்கலாம், metalloids. Compounds lo எடுத்தாலும் inorganic compounds I can take water, carbon dioxide. The complete compound will be made up of only CO2 molecules. So pure substance la வந்து complete ஒரே type of composition இருக்கும். But if I take a mixture, it can be a mixture of two or more components. நம்ம இந்த லெசன்ல we are going to do homogeneous mixture. Future topics la வந்து நம்ம heterogeneous mixture, surface chemistry லாம் பார்க்க போறோம். So what is a binary mixture? Binary mixture வந்து நம்ம when there is one solute and one solvent, sorry, we call it as a binary mixture. Solute na நம்ம கம்மியா எடுக்கிற போற சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் வந்து சொல்யூட்டா சொல்லுவாங்க. whatever we are taking in lesser quantity வந்து solute, and whatever is taken in larger quantity வந்து solvent-ஆ இருக்கும். Whatever we are taking in larger quantity is solvent. Indoor way of defining is solution will take the physical state of solvent. Like let me take a sugar syrup. What we make it for either gulab jamuns or rasgulla, அங்க வந்து ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியா சுகர் போடுவோம், கம்மியா வாட்டர் இருக்கும். Yes, we have less of water and more of sugar, but we still call water as solvent and sugar as solute because the physical state, syrup physical state என்ன இருக்கும்? லிக்விடா இருக்கும். So whatever is the physical state of the solution, based on that we call the solvent. Purichithamma, can I go for it? Because these are the terms which you have already studied. We will also focus on the concentration terms today. See, in a homogeneous mixture, the properties and composition will be uniform throughout. If I make up salt water or sugar water, then composition complete same. Even if you taste it, nalla mix panni taste panna, taste complete same. So salt in water, sugar in water will become an example of a homogeneous mixture. And homogeneous mixtures only we'll call them as solutions. Yes, we will also have solutions. This was taken in solid and liquid. We can also take liquid and liquid. Liquid and liquid any example edukkalamma? What could be an example of liquid and liquid? It should be a homogeneous mixture. Liquid and liquid வந்து நம்ம இது எடுக்கலாம், ethyl alcohol and water. Homogeneous mixture இருக்கும். Gas in a gas வந்து air. I'm just taking one or two examples. Anyhow, we'll study about all the different types, and then if I take solid and solid, we can take an example as alloys. Alloys from the brass edakalam, bronze edakalam, gold, all those are alloys. If mercury is one of the metal in an alloy, adukku vandu நம்ம என்ன சொல்வோம்? amalgams னு சொல்வோம். It will be an amalgam. Taste won't differ in the sense, Aditi, if you mix it well, take sugar water. 2 spoons of sugar and then 1 glass of water, tumbler glass of water எடுத்து நல்லா கலந்தா, what happens? You have a uniform taste unless you don't mix it well. If you don't mix up, leave the sugar particles down, அப்ப என்னாகும், கீழ வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்வீட்டா இருக்கும், மேல கொஞ்சம் ஸ்வீட் கம்மியா இருக்கும். நீ நல்லா மிக்ஸ் பண்ண என்ன இருக்கும்? It will be, the taste will be same, no, because the dissolution is taking place properly. Sugar syrup, gulab jamun, rasgulla, உனக்கு எப்பாவது, did you feel any time that sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's not sweet? It will be same, right? That's the solution நம்மளுக்கு. Even if you take air, வெளியில போனா, you don't say one part of it is oxygen, one part of it, you cannot make the difference. So solutionல வந்து நமக்கு அந்த difference தெரியாது. எங்க solute இருக்கு, எங்க solvent இருக்குன்னா difference நமக்கு தெரியாது. தெரிஞ்சா அது solution இல்ல, it becomes some other mixture. Homogeneous mixture நமக்கு difference தெரியாது. Got it, Aditi? I was telling you about the solvent. In salt water, water acts as a medium in which salt is getting dissolved. So water is the solvent, sugar or salt will be the solute. In solution, there will be only one solvent. It can be more than one solute. One solute, one solvent in a binary solution. If we have two solutes and one solvent, we call it as ternary solution. இதுக்கு example நம்ம என்ன எடுக்கலாம்? Again we can take air. Air will have more of oxygen, you will have some amount of carbon dioxide. If I take only that and nitrogen, அதுக்கு வந்து நம்ம ternary solution சொல்வோம். Or you can also go with an example, lemonade panna. If you are making up lemonade at home, what we do is we take water, we add lemon, we add sugar. Sometimes we also add some amount of salt also. It will become a quaternary solution if we add 4. But solvent வந்து நம்ம என்ன எடுக்கிறோம், அங்கே only water எடுச்சோம். Solvent will have same physical state as solution. So even if I add 500 grams of sugar and 1 glass of water, this is more when compared to this. But still I'll call this as a solvent. If I mix this sugar well, I mean if it is not soluble, enna pannuvom, heat panni dissolve pannuvom. What will be the nature of solution? Again liquid ah irukum. So whatever is the physical state of solvent will be the physical state of the solution. Namak solution o liquid state la irukkalam. So we call it as a solvent only when the physical state of the solution is same as that of a solvent. Illenna you can make a small difference. ஏதாவது கம்மி எடுக்கிறீங்களோ அது வந்து solute, ஏதாவது ஜாஸ்தி எடுத்தோமா அது solvent. இல்லைன்னா we can go with regard to the physical state. Got it, ma? Let me go for the next part of it. Okay. Generally the component present in higher, I mean, இது வந்து general statement. Higher proportion will be solvent and other component will be solute. But we should keep in mind the solvent will have same physical state as that of solution. Got it? Okay. In a solution with 30 grams of salt dissolved in 500 grams of water, solvent is water, solute is salt. Innu jaasti aadta. Even if I take 60 grams of urea illana salt edukkalam, dissolved in 50 grams of water, solvent is only water because the final solution will be the liquid state. Now let's take all the different types of solutions and it is must that you will have to remember this. See, questions will be asked from the initial part, though it is from this chapter, the molality, mole fraction, starting part, though it is there in your first year, we get questions in NEET from all these interrelations also, and a very basic one. And the second part of it, we will get questions for sure from this chapter, colligative properties. ரொம்ப simple chapter, கொஞ்சம் concentrate பண்ணி problems practice பண்ணா easy to get in this. So what are the different types of when do you say it as solid solution? When solvent is solid. Solute, I can take it as solid, liquid and gas. Examples வந்து solid and solid, all your alloys. நம்ம போடுற எல்லாமே ornament வந்து it's an alloy of copper and gold. And if mercury is the solute, we call them as amalgams. And gas on solid, we go with adsorption. Surface chemistry lo padipoma, absorption. Adsorption of hydrogen on palladium catalyst. இது வந்து occlusion சொல்லுவோம். Adsorption மேல மட்டும் தான் இருக்கும், உள்ள இருக்காது. அது வந்து adsorption சொல்லுவோம். Absorption கீழையும் இருக்கும் மேலையும் இருக்கும், யூனிஃபார்மா இருக்கும். Liquid solutions, when do we call it as liquid solution? Solvent வந்து liquid இருந்தா we'll call it as a liquid solution. So solid and liquid, நம்ம பார்த்த எல்லா example, sugar water, salt water எல்லாமே நம்மளுக்கு solid and liquid இருக்கும். Liquid and liquid, alcohol and water, I told you. Gas and liquid, நம்ம குடிக்கிற எல்லா cool drinks, all cool drinks with soda, aerated water. Coke, Thumbs Up, Pepsi, Miranda, all those things will become examples. நம்ம குடிக்கிற தண்ணியும் அதுல என்ன இருக்கும், oxygen இருக்கும். Oxygen இருந்தா அது வந்து pure water இருக்கும். So oxygen and water will also be another example. Solid in gas வந்து iodine vapor in air, iodine will sublime. So iodine vapor in air எடுக்கலாம், camphor in air எடுக்கலாம். Then liquid in gas வந்து water vapor in air. Gas in gas நமக்கு தெரிஞ்ச example, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen எல்லாமே இருக்கும். You will have to remember the examples. Solute எவ்வளவு இருக்குன்னு சொல்றது நமக்கு different types of solution. Unsaturated, I think we are not taking up only the liquids. We are talking about the mixtures. If you add water to highly viscous liquid, if they are soluble, then they fall under mixture. If they are soluble, it will become homogeneous. If they are not soluble, it will become heterogeneous mixture. Milk and water you take. It's a highly viscous liquid. It's not as soluble as sugar and water, or let me say alcohol and water. If we go with certain, some experiments, we can separate out the fat that is dissolved in milk. So milk, if you take it as a highly viscous liquid, milk and water will become a heterogeneous mixture. இது வந்து நம்ம colloids சொல்லுவோம். So it depends on which viscosity and which type of liquid you are taking. If they are easily soluble in the solvent, then we will put them under homogeneous. If it is, we are not talking about the viscosity alone. Complete dissolve on a homogeneous mixture. If they are not soluble, that will become a heterogeneous mixture. Is it fine, Aditi? depending on the amount of the solute, கொஞ்சம் கம்மியா solute add பண்ண அது வந்து unsaturated solution னு சொல்லுவோம். Solution which has lesser amount of dissolved solute. Then required for saturation. Is called as an unsaturated solution. Saturated solution vandu you have a maximum amount of dissolved solute at a particular temperature. Temperature increase panna enna agum? Your saturated will become unsaturated. You can dissolve more amount of solute. Adha nama pannuvom. Sugar syrup panam. When we are making up sugar syrup, we do that only. We try to dissolve more amount of sugar in water by increasing the temperature. So what is saturated solution? Which has maximum amount of dissolved solute at that particular temperature, which cannot dissolve any more solute at that. They are all temperature bound at that temperature. Supersaturated anna which has more amount of dissolved solute. Maithili, Aditi, and who is the other one? Are you able to understand it? So if I cool saturated solution, it will become supersaturated. If I heat saturated solution, it becomes unsaturated solution. Supersaturated la we are dissolving more amount of solute by increasing the temperature. Unsaturated will have a lesser amount of solute. Okay. A solution in which more solute can be dissolved without raising the temperature வந்து நமக்கு ரொம்ப important இங்க. A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved further at a given temperature is called saturated solution. Supersaturated வந்து என்ன? A solution which contains more solute than it would be necessary to saturate is called as supersaturated. How do we make supersaturated solution? By heating it. Okay, dilute solution concentrated. இங்க வந்து நம்ம only dilute solution பத்தி தான் பார்க்க போறோம் இந்த லெசன்ல கம்ப்ளீட்டா. What is a dilute solution? A solution which has a lesser amount of solute. Solution containing relatively very small quantity of solute when the dilute solution which has more amount of solute when the concentrated solution ah solluvom. Okay, how do we represent the with the concentration of the solution? We will take different concentration terms. என்ன concentration terms எடுக்க போறோம்? Mass percentage வந்து நம்ம weight percent ஆக சொல்லலாம். We'll write W by W percentage or mass percentage. Volume percentage வந்து direct. Mass by volume we also call it as weight by volume percentage. Mole fraction எப்படி எழுதுவோம்? X. Molarity வந்து capital M. Molality வந்து small m. Normality வந்து capital M. I'll also tell you about the interrelations as we go on. And இது எல்லாமே you had in the first year first chapter. In the chapter la irukku some basic concepts of chemistry. So we are redoing it because we will have to use these concentration terms. We will get a question from this part also. So please focus for the NEET. You have the questions asked from this part. Parts per million general நம்ம pollution la use பண்ணுவோம். Or the amount that we generally use it up in the metals, non-metals, minerals that we require for our body for a healthiness, we use it in terms of parts per million. Even the fluorine content that we should take, generally it's given in parts per million. Million வந்து 10 power 6. Fine. Let me go for the first concentration term. Okay. Weight percent or mass percent. How do I define it? As the amount of solute, because it's mentioned in percentage, I will have to express in terms of 100. The amount of solute present in 100 grams of solution is called as weight percent or volume percent. So how do I write? Mass of the component, generally solute. Mass of solution எப்படி வரும் நமக்கு? Solute plus solvent into 100. If it is given as 2% by weight, it means 2 grams of that particular substance is present in எவ்வளவு சொல்யூஷன்ல இருக்கலாம்? 100 grams of solution. It means that if some percentage weight of any of the substance is given, it means that so much amount of the substance is present in 100 grams of solution. Okay. Let's do this and tell me. I'll also give you one question. What does 98% by mass of pure calcium carbonate? If I take limestone, an impure one, 98% by mass of this is present. That is 98 grams of pure calcium carbonate is present in 100 grams of limestone. With remaining 2 grams is impurity. So 200 grams of sample limestone le. So if you take 200 grams of limestone, what should be the weight of pure calcium carbonate? Eppadi pannuvom? You know to cross multiply 200 into 98 by 100. How much will that be equal to? I want you to tell me how much will that be equal to? Maithili, Aditi, evlo varumma? $196 grams. I'll give you one question on mass percentage. See if you can do it. I'm just giving you that question. A solution is prepared by adding 5 grams of substance in 18 grams of water. What is mass percent? Yes, 196 grams is fine. Just do this question. Weight of solute வந்து நமக்கு எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 5 grams. So mass percentage வந்து weight of solute by weight of solution into 100. So substitute பண்ணி சொல்லுங்க எவ்வளவு வரும் answer. Weight of solute வந்து 5. Weight of solution is 5 plus 18 into 100. 5 plus 18 எவ்வளவு வருமா? 23. So 5 by 23 into 100. Do this and tell me how much you'll get. 21.74% வரும். Will you understand? Shall I go with the next question? Generally they ask you to convert from weight percent to molarity. Once we go for molarity, we'll go for that. Okay? Shall I continue? புரிஞ்சுதாம்மா? Volume percent was simple. Volume of component by volume of solution. The same thing we are taking. That's volume of solute we are making both of them plus solvent into 100. Fine. Weight by volume வந்து ரொம்ப important. Weight by volumeல என்ன பண்றோம்? One we are taking it as weight, other one we are taking it as volume. That is weight by volume percentage is equal to weight of solute or one component by weight of volume of solution, because it's volume percent, right? Volume of solute plus volume of solvent into 100. How do you get volume? We have density is mass by volume. You will get volume if you divide mass of solute by density. So they will have to give நமக்கு density கொடுக்கணும். If see solute இங்க வந்து நான் weightல எடுத்திருக்கேன், இங்க வந்து நான் volumeல எடுத்திருக்கேன். So how do we know how to get volume? Density கொடுப்பாங்க, density of solute கொடுப்பாங்க. Mass வந்து density divide பண்ணா we get what is called as volume of solute. Fine. We have an example. 2% weight by volume urea solution in water would mean 2 grams of urea is present in 100 ml of solution. Okay. Mole fraction. Mole fraction is number of moles of the component by total number of moles of mixture. So solute வந்து A, solvent வந்து B ஆயிடுதா? If the A is solute and B is solvent, I can write mole fraction of A as number of moles of A by total moles Na plus Nb. xb will be number of moles of B, mole fraction of B வந்து Na plus Nb. You will have to remember mole fraction of both the components in solution will be equal to 1. ஏன்னா நம்ம binary solution பார்க்கிறோம். So mole fraction of both the components in solution வந்து எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? 1 இருக்கும். If we have 3 components, then you will take all the 3 components will be equal to 1. You know, once you calculate this, getting other one வந்து ரொம்ப ஈஸியா இருக்கும். 1 ல subtract பண்ணா. So let's do one question on that. Yes, in a mixture, sum of the mole fraction of all the components will be equal to 1. For binary solution, two components will have 2 components, so the sum will be equal to 1. Okay. In the question, Panlama, a mixture of oxygen and nitrogen has 16 grams of O2 and 28 grams of nitrogen. So, number of moles of oxygen weight 16 grams. Molecular mass of oxygen 32 grams. 16 plus 16, 32 goes 2 times at 0.5. Number of moles of nitrogen weight of nitrogen was given as 28. Molecular weight of nitrogen 28. Number of moles is 1. So, number of mole fraction of all the gases. First, let's do oxygen. Mole fraction of oxygen the number of moles of oxygen by number of moles of oxygen plus number of moles of nitrogen. Oxygen moles எவ்வளவு இருக்கு நமக்கு 0.5. 0.5 plus 1. This is 0.5 by 1.5. Decimal point if you remove it will become 5 by 15. Goes exactly 3 times. 1 by 3 வந்து 0.33 recurring இருக்கும். So mole fraction of nitrogen எவ்வளவு இருக்குமா? 1 minus 0.33. It will be 0.66. இந்த question புரிஞ்சுதா? நம்ம அடுத்த question போலாமா? It's easy, right? ரொம்ப ஈஸியா இருக்கு. Okay, molarity நமக்கு ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்டான calculation. Molarity is number of moles of solute by volume of solution liters, decimeter cube SI units. So how do we define units moles per liter. இல்லைன்னா we call it as molar solution. இது எப்படி எடுக்கலாம்? I can also write molarity M N by volume of solution in liters or decimeter cube. Number of moles, how can we write? Weight by molecular weight. Volume நமக்கு ml ல இருந்தா என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? We will have to convert into liters. How do I convert ml to liters? Divided by 1000. So இங்க divide பண்ண என்ன ஆகும்? Numeratorல நமக்கு 1000 வரும். 1000 by volume of solution in ml. Volume in ml. Standard unit is molars per liter or molar unit நம்ம molarன்னு சொல்லலாம். One m one molar solution. 2 molar molarity is 2. அண்ணா என்னம்மா? 2 moles of solute is present in 1 liter. 0.5 na semi-molar, 0.1 na decimolar solution. 0.01 na centimolar solution. 0.001 வந்து millimolar solution. So in the namings you will have to remember. Sometimes they give you decimolar solution. You should be able to write 0.1. Okay, let's do this question. 20 grams of NaOH is present in 250 ml of its aqueous solution. So volume வந்து நம்மளுக்கு 250 ml இருக்கு. Weight of NaOH வந்து 20 grams. First let's find what is molecular weight of NaOH. Sodium வந்து 23, oxygen வந்து 16, hydrogen வந்து 1. How much will it be equal to? 40. So number of moles of NaOH is 20 by 40. Volume on the ml irukku, so we will have to do it in liters. So let me substitute. Molarity is equal to weight by molecular weight into 1000 by volume in ml. That will be 20 by 40 into 1000. Volume in ml level 250 ml. 250 goes 4 times. 4 I can divide it by 10 times. நம்மளுக்கு எவ்வளவு வருது? 2. Is it right? Check it up. 2 moles per liter. இல்லைன்னா we'll call it as 2 capital M. Did you get it as 2 molar? Yes. I'll also give you interrelation between, okay, let's do molarity and then I'll give you the interrelation between molality and molarity. Molarity la enna irukuma? The only difference is molarity kum same ah irukum, only mass of solvent is different. Here நம்ம molarity la enna edukrom? Volume of solution. Here we are taking it as mass of solvent. Number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent, we call it as molality. Units in moles per kg, illena we call it as molar solution. Shall we do this? Urea formula ennama? NH2 CONH2. Nitrogen atomic mass வந்து 14 into 2 வந்து 28. Hydrogens வந்து நமக்கு 4 இருக்கு, 4. Carbon is 1, 12. Oxygen is 16. எவ்வளவு வரும் molecular weight? 60. Molecular weight of urea is 60. Molarity பண்ணலாமா? Molarity is equal to weight by molecular weight into 1000 by weight of solvent in grams. In grams, so I have taken this. I can either convert it to kgs. So, 30 by 60 into 1000 by 3 2s are. So it's 1 by 36, 10 by 36, right? In the 0 come. எவ்வளவு வரும் 10 by 36? Calculate and tell me. Zero point 27 moles per kg. புரிஞ்சுதாம்மா? Simple substitution. அவ கொடுத்த questions எல்லாமே simple questions கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. நான் வந்து I'll give you the relation between molality and molarity. ஏன்னா நமக்கு previous NEET papers பார்த்தா there are questions which you ask giving you molality, they have asked for molarity. So I know it takes time if you do it that way. I'll just give you the formula. Try to remember it if possible. Molarity will be equal to 1000 into density of solution by capital M and molarity, small m and the molality. 1000 into molarity. நமக்கு இங்க என்ன வந்துடும்? Weight of solution வரும். Volume of solution, we need weight of solution. So we'll multiply molarity with m dash வந்து molecular weight of solute. Molarity into molecular weight on the weight of solute group. So just take this formula and then in case if they ask you the relation, you should be able to do this. Fine. Make a note of it. I'll also give you a relation between mole fraction and molality. I'll erase this part. I'll just give you the relation between mole fraction in a questions number. They might ask you from molality to molarity, and doing it without the formula would be difficult. So you understand the formula and then you can also do it separately. I'll give you a relation between molality and mole fraction. If I take XA as solute, XB as solvent. Relation between molality and mole fraction. So molality is equal to mole fraction of solute by mole fraction into solvent into 1000 multiplied with into molecular mass of solvent. This is molecular weight of solvent. Fine, just make a note of these two. We will see if we can do some questions in the next class based on this before we start with the next topic. So yeah, you just go with these relations more. At the slide polama. After I do this, I will just do some problems based on this. Okay? Parts per million and number of parts of a component present in million parts in 10 power 6. So number of parts of one component present in million parts of the solution, we call it as parts per million. It can be given in terms of mass illana volume. So generally நான் என்ன சொன்னேன், இது எங்க யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம், நம்ம pollutants யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். Amount of dissolved oxygen in water first yearல இருக்கு. Biological oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand, இது எல்லாமே pollutionல நம்ம amount சொல்லும்போது we will use parts per million. Right, we'll do some questions on this. I'll give you one question, see if you can do it. Calculate molarity and molality of 40% NaOH by weight. Density of solution வந்து 1.2 grams per ml. I'll also give you one direct formula for molarity from weight percent. Molarity is equal to weight percent into 10 into density of solution by molecular weight. Molecular weight of solute. நம்ம direct formula use பண்ணி molarity பண்ணலாம். அதுக்கப்புறம் you can either do it from the formula that I gave you, or we can do it without the formula also. We'll do by both the ways. Okay. Fine, let's do molarity. Molarity is, what is weight percent? 40 into 10. Density of solution with 1.2. Molecular weight of NaOH number pathirukkum. How much is it? 40. So how much do we get? Simple question dhanuma. 40 and 40 cancel out. If you know the formula, romba simple. Illana romba time taking ah irukum indha madri formula questions. 12 moles per liter. We can write as 12 m. Now what does this 40% mean? 40% and n 40 grams of NaOH is present in 100 grams of solution. So solution 100 grams irundha, solvent evla irukkum? Solvent weight would be 100 minus 40. Evla irukku? 60. Why am I taking solvent? Namakku molarity direct in the conversion illame, you can do it in simple way. Take molarity. Molarity vandu weight of solute, which is 40 grams, molecular weight of solute 40 into 1000 by weight of solvent vandu 60. Idu cancel aidu. 100 by 60 evlamma? 16.66 units in moles per kg. Easier than a problem. You're getting it right? Are you able to do it? Any doubt? Let's also do one with mole fraction and see. But wherein you can substitute the formula that I told you. Enga irukku formula, and the page ke polam. இது கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்கல்ல, நான் போலாமா அடுத்த ஸ்லைடுக்கு? முன்னாடி ஸ்லைடு போல, because we have the formula here, I can directly do the question. I will give you a question, see if you can do it. Just as direct substitution. Mole fraction of urea in aqueous solution. Aqueous solution na solvent வந்து நமக்கு என்ன ஆகும்? Water is 0.2 molality of solution is. Solute வந்து நம்ம 0.2 னா solvent எவ்வளவு இருக்குமா? Solvent வந்து நமக்கு 0.8. ஏன்னா mole fraction of A is equal to 0.2. Mole fraction of solvent என்ன ஆகும்? 1 minus 0.2. எவ்வளவு வரும் நம்மளுக்கு? 0.8 வரும். So molecular weight of solvent. Solvent வந்து water. So let's substitute and then do it. பண்ணலாமா? இல்ல நீங்க பண்றீங்களா? XA 0.2, molarity வந்து XB வந்து 0.8 into 1000 by 18. Decimal point எடுத்துட்டா, just see what it could be. 2 4s are 4, 250. It will be 250 by 18. 250 by 18 எவ்வளவு வரும்? பாருங்க, 250 by 18 எவ்வளவு வரும் உங்களுக்கு answer? Give me the answer and then give the units also. எவ்வளவு வருது? 13.8. 13.8 moles per kg இல்ல மோலார்னு எடுக்கலாம். So is it fine? ஏதாவது doubt இருக்காமா? So when we do our next class on Friday, நமக்கு ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியா டைம் வருது. நீங்க எல்லா ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தா you can ask me. Okay, shall we end? Bye, ma.